Hi, my name is Chris if you didn't already know, and welcome to my show, SmegChris Review. Before I talk about a movie, I quickly want to talk about Series 12 of Doctor Who, and how disappointed I am in it. Now don't get me wrong, I love Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, she's fantastic. And the companions are great as well. It's the blooming stories, they've been terrible. I have to admit though that the first two episodes were pretty good because we were reintroduced to the Master. Mind you, saying that after the previous two incarnations of the Master being very good, this one seems a little bit more bland, and that pretty much lays the foundation of the rest of the series. However, there was one episode that I really liked, and this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, you might want to skip, but Captain Jack Harkness returned. That was brilliant. But one of the things that I didn't like about the series was we kept getting questions raised, like for example Captain Jack Harkness, but there were no answers. Not even at the end. Then we got what we thought was going to be a brilliant villain, this new Cyberman, only to get him offed like that. And I have absolutely no idea what was happening in the last two episodes. I really don't. It honestly felt like Stephen Moffat had returned. It was almost like he'd left some scripts lying around and the writers decided, oh, let's do these. And it ended on a cliffhanger, and I've got a feeling that the next episode we'll see Jack Harkness again. But that's only my assumption, I've not read anything saying that. But overall I thought Series 12 was just not that great. I mean, we had a great Series 11, so let's hope that Series 13 is going to be just as great. Only time will tell. What? I had to. And now it's time for me to do a movie review of Sonic the Hedgehog. I know, I'm a bit late with this. In fact, I watched it about 5 or 6 weeks ago, so feel free to slap my hand. Why am I so late? Laziness. Seriously. But I'm finally getting on with it now. Thing is, it's been that long since I watched it, I've sort of forgotten most of it. I'm only kidding. So here's the thing, throughout the film, I had a big grin on my face. Seriously. All the characters were brilliant. Sonic was not annoying at all, in fact he was just wonderful to watch. James Marsden was fantastic as the guy who discovers him. But stealing the show was Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Remember the good old days where he was zany like Ace Ventura and the Riddler in Batman Forever? Well, he was pretty much the same in this, and it was brilliant to watch. I loved every moment he was on the screen. So basically the story is that Sonic is living in his own world at first, but because of some villains come after him, he is transported to a new world, Earth. He spends most of his life growing up in this little town called Green Hill, yep, a nod to the game, but he keeps running around in secret and barely anybody has noticed him. But the one person that he keeps gravitating towards is called Tom, and eventually he's the one who discovers him. But just before that, Sonic, in a fit of anger, he lets off this blue electric storm that cuts out all the power. And this is when the government gets wind of him. And so they send a specialist, Dr. Robotnik. After discovering Sonic, Dr. Robotnik comes a-calling, and so that we end up having a sort of a road trip chase. One of the best scenes is when Sonic and Tom are in a bar, and a brawl starts, and everything freezes because Sonic is running so fast. That is fantastic. And let's not forget there's plenty of humour in this film. And there are a lot of Easter eggs in the film, like for example when Sonic's about to get hit by like 1,000 rockets and he just freezes time and he's stood there tapping his foot like he did in the game. But honestly, throughout the film I just had a big grin on my face. I mean, I remember when Sonic the Hedgehog the game came out and I was obsessed with it. I actually made a video saying that. And despite the fact that I've only seen, I think 3 films this year, this one is the best so far. In fact, I give Sonic the Hedgehog a... Oh, and just to point out, stick around for after the main end credits. There's a little extra, and it's so worth waiting for. And there you go, that's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog, finally. All that's left for me to say now is thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking the video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. And because of what's going off at the moment, the coronavirus, who knows when I'm going to be doing another review. Because unfortunately all the cinemas are closed right now. Understandably so though. I mean, the new James Bond film was supposed to have been out now. That's been postponed. In fact, a lot of films are getting postponed. I've heard that Sony are postponing all of their films until next year. Yikes. And the next Wonder Woman film was supposed to be coming out, I think in June. That's been postponed. Don't know until when though. But when it all blows over and those cinemas open up again, I'll be there. And probably reviewing the first film about 6 weeks after I've watched it. Again. I'm so lazy. Yeah, slap my hand again.